Hi, and welcome back to Wood Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about somebody that I think is just starting to get to know a new love interest. This could be on a friendship level as well, but I do feel like for the majority of you, it would be more of a, kind of getting to know each other to see whether or not there is an interest in having a relationship with this person. But with the devil in the reverse, you're not easily tempted into a situationship or a talking stage. You are pretty discerning. And there's something that this person you go out on a date with or that you talk to for, a short while that makes you kind of back up and question, I think we have kind of different perspectives on that. And it could be a deal breaker. So it kind of feels like this reading is about somebody who's trying to determine if what the difference is between the two of you. Is that a deal breaker, or is this something you could potentially still navigate? Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend or a wonderful day. And if you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. We're going to start with the signs of the times. Glad to hear it. What else do we have? Number 15, journey or labyrinth. Sorry. If you know, you know. And then we've got number 13, which is medical staff and healing. Whoever I'm reading for, this opportunity in love is one that is viewed as an opportunity, but not a necessity, right? I don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. I'm, maybe being a little bit cautious because I don't want to get caught up in something that I don't really want to be in. But there's still an open-mindedness, right? Because you have gone a long way through a lot of difficulty and healed from it. So I think you're able to spot things pretty quickly, faster probably than most people. This is the Egyptian Tarot. Hello, Bobby. How's it going? Hello, Johnny. Right on time. What else do we have? Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Two of Pentacles upright. And the Four of Wands. There's a balance or like a tranquility. This is almost like temperance to me. So maybe we'll see that. But I do feel like it's a sense of, I've worked to make sure that my life has been designed in a way that makes it easy for me to feel comfortable or, avoid drama, avoid people that like to be dishonest. Hello, James. How are you doing? And with the Seven of Cups, there's something this person says or does that makes you feel like they're hiding something. Seven of Cups and Justice. Are you a little investigator? If you get a little hunch on something, do you know exactly how to figure out whether or not you're right? Have you watched too many episodes of, I don't know, any investigative? How about Psych? Have you ever watched Psych? This is like somebody maybe underestimates your ability to read between the lines or to understand what little nuances could mean. So I feel like in most instances, I would tell you this is a new love opportunity and maybe you're a little jaded and maybe you need to be a little bit more open-minded. But I feel like this is making very clear you have healed, and this is not you being like paranoid. We've got the Queen of Pentacles because we've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and Tower. I feel like this is more so about you knowing exactly what you need to do in a situation where you're getting to know somebody and they're new enough where you don't really have a full opinion of them. So it doesn't have to be romantic. For some of you, this may be like a coworker. Hopefully you don't have to like sit right next to them or anything. Hello, how's it going, Daniel? You've got the Chariot and the Page of Swords. I do feel like you're about to make the decision that you want to move on, or you're not going to really like pursue to see this person again. But you may be a little bit, you may be kind of procrastinating where it concerns actually having that conversation, right? Hello, can I call you Kay? I hope you're having a great day. That rhymes. Hello, Illuminati. Hello, dude. How's it going? So we've got Strength and King of Pentacles in the reverse. The decision, or the, you know, the jury's made their decision. Queen of Pentacles, looking for a King of Pentacles. This is not somebody who's a King of Pentacles. So this for me is really saying I want to be in a relationship with somebody that I view as a soulmate or a divine counterpart, somebody who really understands me or views things similarly. They don't have to be exactly like me, right? But we do have to share the same values. And it feels like this Queen of Pentacles, whoever you are, you're looking at this new love interest and thinking, close, but not quite. We see something different, and it's something that's really important to me. It's not just like, hey, do you think the moon is made out of cheese? It's really important to me. If you don't agree with me, then my love of cheese gets, you know, kind of hurt. So no, this is like, we have different like core values, what we think is important in life or how we treat people. And it makes this Queen of Pentacles, whoever you are, feel like there's really no way to change how you view this person because they have this different set of values. I don't actually think the moon is made out of cheese. That would be pretty cool. I still wouldn't be able to eat it, so don't worry, you guys. This is about long-term family values, perhaps, because the Ten of Pentacles. This is the Ghost Tarot. What else do we have? Knight of Swords in the reverse. Ten of Swords in the reverse. For some of you, your decision about this person changes in an instant. They say something, they do something, and it's like, oh, well, you can't really come back from that. I remember I had a date planned, and I had just arrived where we were supposed to meet. And granted, I think I was maybe 15 minutes early. A little unusual for me, but that's what it was. And so I texted them and I was like, hey, just so you know, like, here's where I am. And the reply was basically, oh, crap, I just woke up. I'm going to be a little bit late. And I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty much impossible for you to come back from. Like, Trying to think of how you could make that right. I don't know, man. That's just like not taken serious, you know? It's one of those things where you're like, oh, so you really cared. You really went out of your way. Hello, Stephen. How are you doing? We've got Page of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Pentacles. This is like kind of a disappointing offer. So if you had been in that situation and somebody was basically telling you they're going to be like 45 minutes or an hour late and you're already there and then they're like, it's cool, I'll buy you a drink. Would you be impressed? Come on, like scale of 1 to 10, how impressed would you be? Probably like a -12, right? Because it's like, oh, I was more so expecting that you, I don't know, like write a poem of apology. Just kidding. I don't know what's the appropriate way to actually make that better. But it's a piddly offer. I'm sorry if that's rude. It's a small offer to try to make up for the fact that they did something that was rude. It could be like a flaking out on, plans that you had. It could be saying something that makes it clear they feel very differently about something. It could be a difference of opinion in terms of religious beliefs or political beliefs, in fact. But this is like, nah, I don't know that you can really make up for what just happened there. 8 of Wands in the reverse, clarifying the 8 of Swords. Yeah, this is somebody who's basically saying, I don't really feel like there's a reason to keep talking to you. 3 of Swords. I feel like this is just, no, I don't see any way to make that work, you know? Hello, Pernilla. How are you doing? Hello, Kay Garrett. Welcome back. Thank you, Stephen. So, if somebody just happens to completely disagree with you on something that is basically a deal breaker or how you view the world, sometimes we can learn from those situations, right? Sometimes we ourselves need to challenge our own perspective. But this is, I think, one of those times where it's quite clear you've been through it. You've healed from a lot. You're not suffering from a confusion on whether or not this is fair or unfair or anything. Like, your discernment's pretty on point. And it doesn't mean this person's like a bad person. Sometimes you just don't want the same things, right? Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So it becomes more clear to both parties that this is probably not something that's going to work out. Maybe there's a hesitation on the part of the King of Pentacles in the reverse because they want this to work out for some reason, at least briefly, right? And as Queen of Pentacles, whoever you are, you're like, no, I'm not going to really like waste my time. If I don't think there's a future or like a long-term possibility, I don't stick around. So we have the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I do feel like for some of you, you perceive this person differently because you see that they are kind of like beholden to something. It could be for some of you, you didn't think this person would be like a smoker and maybe you just recently gave up cigarettes. It could be this person likes to drink and in their profile they told you they didn't and you recently gave up drinking. It's like there's something here where they pursue an activity or a behavior and you're just not into that at all. So even though there is like a flirtation or a temptation, I feel like it kind of evaporates for you and you choose to be on your own. Four of Swords, you're like, I think I'll just go back to doing some crossword puzzles. But hey, thanks. Playing some solitaire. This is the Cats Rule the Earth. Thank you, James. LOL, K. Wait, I have to be specifying which K. There's K Garrett and then there's K. Should I call you KW? All right, what else do we have? 7 of Cups in the reverse. 5 of Cups in the reverse. This is some sad energy. Whew. All right. Yeah. I feel like this is both people just kind of acknowledging maybe we don't really vibe. Maybe this isn't really a good thing. We just have like differing views. I don't think either of you are interested in, like changing. And I don't feel like you're a bad person or anything. It's just you live your life differently. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Page of Cups. It does appear to me, though, that this is an important kind of like checkpoint for you. You're able to be, I think, a little bit more communicative on what's working, what's not. It's like you get out of this flirtation and you are proud of yourself because you didn't let it get to a point where you felt heartbroken or where you felt disappointed. Maybe it's the difference of whether or not you had started to expect things to get to a certain point with this person. You were kind of holding out on like the daydreaming element with this person until you really got to know them. So it's as if you are kind of congratulating yourself on getting to know someone, having some admiration for them, but knowing when to pull back because if you went down that path, if you got to know them even more, it wouldn't work out because there's just this like key difference between the two of you. Thank you, Johnny. What else do we have? Ooh. 3 of Cups in the reverse. The World. And the 6 of Swords in the reverse. Clarifying, by the way, the 6 of Wands in the reverse. So it's kind of weird. I don't know why. Okay, so I haven't thought of this episode in a really long time. I haven't watched Sex and the City in a really long time, but there's an episode. I'm pretty sure it's totally like season 1 towards the very beginning, if not like the very first episode. But they have a party and it's basically bring somebody that you tried to date, but it didn't work out. And we'll have like this big dating party and you'll find somebody and maybe it'll work out with you because it didn't work out with that person that's bringing them. It's not going to be exactly like that for all of you. This is general reading, but it's as if because you went on this date and you realize this person's not really your thing, maybe you become friends with this person, or maybe you meet a friend of theirs. It's like you were still meant to meet this person. They aren't the right person for you, but there could be somebody that they're related to or that are friends with them. Be cautious with that. We don't want to be causing any jealousy. But I don't feel like this person really disagrees with you. I feel like they're just kind of like, yeah, you're right. So I don't really get a lot of jealous vibes off of this. Really, Kay? That's too cool. I didn't used to like my name when I was a little girl, and then I grew to like completely change my mind on that. So we've got another 6 in the reverse. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, which is loss. I feel like this is one person's loss is another person's gain. 6 of Cups. There's 4 6s right there. Didn't we have one up here too? Maybe not, you guys. I lied. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you meet somebody's friend. I still feel like even though you're not supposed to be dating this person, even though this date doesn't necessarily go the way you want it to. Hey, Peggy, how are you? There's still someone else that enters your life as a result of this person. Maybe you really do become friends, even though you didn't, really want to date each other. Which, that's not such a bad thing, right? This is the Voyage of the Soul. What else do we have? Intimacy and cleanse. Partnerships, romance, union, and soulmates. And salt, sage, soak, detox, and revive. I don't know. I feel like for many of you, you befriend this person that you maybe initially wanted to be close romantically with, but you end up realizing it's not so bad being friends with them, or you run into them somewhere else. And that's how somebody outside of these two gets introduced. But I feel like you fall in love with someone they know. We've got leadership, teacher, guide, entrepreneur, sharing wisdom, and global. Global is what I'm really thinking of. There's like this network here. You meet someone else. Hello, Diana. How are you doing? What else do we have? Oh, is that the Justice? Oh, it's the Karma card. Cycles, fortune, destiny, and divine intervention. So you were supposed to meet this person. You just have to go on a date with someone they know first. Oh, this is interesting. What else? We have harvest, steady, stable, rewards, financial gain, abundance, and windfall. Some of you met a person, how do I say this? It's like you kind of knew it probably wasn't going to go anywhere, but you were trying to challenge yourself. That little last pull to actually go meet somebody, even though you were kind of second guessing whether or not you should actually meet them, it's because there was divine intervention. There was something making sure you meet this person, because it eventually leads to you meeting a new person you're supposed to meet. So we have channel, downloads, claircognizance, flashes, information, and deliver. I do feel like you're going to get some sort of confirmation of this in dreams. I left behind a card when I picked these up from the table or the bookshelf. Vessel, body, nourishment, wholesome, nutrition, and health. So this person that you're going to meet that is a better match for you, this is somebody who may work with nutrition or some sort of caring for the body, right? Trying to make sure you're eating right or exercising, that kind of thing. This is the Gilded Reverie. Seven, the Snake. Number 19, the Tower. And number 25, the Ring. I can't make it up. So you meet somebody that you don't necessarily view as appropriate for a romantic relationship, but you may find them amusing, or you run into them again by chance, and then they introduce you to somebody you would actually marry, somebody you would actually want to live with, somebody you would actually want to be in a commitment with. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Oh, you got to be optimistic, Bobby. Hello, Tracy. How are you doing? So this is interesting. Let's see what the Romance Angel Oracle says. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I feel like this is initially when you think about whether or not you should meet the person that you end up not being interested in. You do initially have some sort of chemistry, or, you know, obviously enough to like want to meet them, right? Conversation's good, but it's who they know. It's somebody else, and they're not going to be jealous, or at least not really. Maybe initially they're like, but they get over it because they know it wasn't going to work, right? I feel like they would not be like mad at you two for getting together. They know somebody that you would want to date. Like I said, there could be religious differences here. You know, I have to marry this kind of person, or I couldn't see myself, you know, marrying someone who doesn't want to do Christmas or whatever it is. But this is, we know we're not compatible. And I feel like there's either a friendship or some reason you run into this person again. Maybe you like work in the same industry. But I don't get a sense that this is like backstabbing anyone or, you know, causing anyone to cry. They're like, no, I don't see you that way. I don't think they view you as an option, really, you know? Hello, Joy. How are you doing? Oh, if you don't like it, that's all right. There's a lot of other YouTube channels out there. Are you talking about the live chat? I don't know. I really like my live chat people. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? This is the situations deck. Family, blood ties, inner circle. So when you meet this person that you end up realizing you're not potentially, like, you're not interested in a relationship with them, they have someone in their inner circle that would align very nicely. It may even be their suggestion. They might be like, yeah, you're really not my type, but you know who would like you? I might introduce you to somebody who would like you. It's your soulmate. Surprise! So a big part of this is because you're upfront, and I feel like you're both respectful about, yeah, this just wouldn't work. We like would not want to have the same kind of life. But at least for like, I don't know, 25-30% of you, this person that you go on a date with is the person who says, you should meet my friend. Y'all would totally like each other, you know? I don't think they're mad about it. We've got retaliation and plugged in the reverse. Yeah, no, they're not interested in getting anybody back or having some problems. They disconnect from what you initially saw as a potential relationship. I think for many of you, this is more so like you end up becoming friends. Yeah, I see this as more of a friendship, even though initially you thought you might be attracted or you might want to pursue a relationship. Let's get a few from the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have? That was the Tower. I know I've explained this a few times recently, but just in case you've missed it, the Tower and the Lenormand cards are different than the Tower in the Tarot. The Tower in the Tarot is more about change and something that happens that can like kind of negatively impact a structure or a process, right? But the Tower in the Lenormand is generally more about like that building or that structure. It's not as like destructive. You can even see in terms of how they depict the buildings. This one looks just a little bit more peaceful, right? Just a little bit. What else do we have? So we have number 30, the Lily. Innocent or new beginning. So you meet somebody who is just a little bit sly, somebody who's just a little bit out there, but you still like this person. That's not somebody you would date. And they see the same kind of energy that you have in somebody that is close to them. It could be like their cousin, it could be their, sibling. It could be their friend, but they're like, yeah, no, you're not really my type. You're a little bit too like reserved or responsible. But I know someone just like you. Mental strength. All right. This is What's the News? What else do we have? That's awesome, Peggy. What else do we have? Light bulb moment, sudden realization, feeling inspired, insightful awareness. Dirty money. I don't know. Do I take this in the reverse? I don't normally take these in the reverse, but I feel like it goes along with what we were saying earlier. This is a fox, somebody who could be a little bit shady, saying, you're kind of angelic or you're a little bit too goody two-shoes for me, but let me introduce you to my sister, my brother, whatever, right? My bestie. And I do feel like in part they're making the suggestion or this timing is working out because whoever it is that you're supposed to meet has been going through a difficult time. And I do feel like the two of you are going to brighten each other's day. Oh, it's so cheesy. It's so corny. Ooh, but we do have somebody that's going to be a little bit ridiculous. Who is this? There is somebody in your friend group. Somebody who is in a relationship who is going to be a bit difficult to deal with. We're going to have to figure out a little bit more about that. But this is somebody who's in a relationship of their own. I don't know if it's because they feel threatened or they feel like it's their business, but it feels to me like this is one of your friends that gets a little bit too involved in your business. What is this squad card about? An extra. Eight of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This person may have a crush on your soulmate, even though they're in a relationship of their own. So they may make things a little interesting. So in other words, you may get to know the person who you do really align with. And as you get to know them, introduce them to some of your friends. And there's another friend of yours, even though they're in a relationship, they seem to give you some crap or make it difficult for you two to start a relationship. I don't know, maybe gossiping or maybe even like flirting. But I think it's because someone secretly has a crush on the person that you are about to start dating. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Nine of Swords. Yeah. I think this is someone who's already in a relationship. They're not left out in the cold. They do have someone, but they get jealous of the relationship that you are about to embark on. They want your person. Father of Wands or the King of Wands. Son of Wands or Knight of Wands. They feel like they're much more attracted physically to your person than to the person that they're involved with. They've lost that like chemistry with their relationship. And so they're kind of fixated on your person. Wheel of Fortune. Father of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles. But I feel like they have a home or they live with this person or they have children with this person. Yet they're still over here trying to think about how they could potentially get the person that you're interested in. So be cautious. Tell me more about this quote unquote friend who's in a relationship. Six of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who's going through a difficult failure right now. This could be a financial issue. This could be, having been laid off, or maybe their business isn't doing well. But I do feel like they're looking for an escape, and it would be like a physical intimacy kind of escape from the world, right? Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's having an issue with their like immediate family or with their money. But because they're challenged, it's like they're trying to take out that energy somewhere. Sun in the reverse and the Seven of Wands. I feel like you're going to be able to tell who this is. Now that you've seen this reading, it's definitely going to be more obvious to you, but I feel like you have a pretty strong intuition. Hello, Khalil. Hello, Mona. How are we doing? Three of Pentacles, Chariot, and the Three of Cups. So the important thing here seems to be when you no longer feel comfortable at a group event where your friend, the one who's in a relationship but has a crush on your new person, is present, leave when you want to. Don't hang around just to be polite. Sometimes, yes, it's real nice to be polite. But this person is like looking for a moment to get along with your person. And if you just like leave the party at a reasonable time or the function or whatever, then you can avoid a bunch of drama. Because I think your person would not be interested in that person, your friend, right? Scorpios are dangerous. Just kidding. All right. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend or your day, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.